Hello and welcome to Evergreen Gardens, the fifth scenario in RollerCoaster Tycoon from 1999, where today we are going to take this large, garden and turn it into a thriving theme park, according to the scenario description here. 1,000 guests, October year 4 with park rating of at least 600. Park is already open and it's charging $1 for entry. We have one guest inside, but nobody else has come in so far, so where's our guest? I want to go home. Do you, Nathan S? So part of the problem is in this one, there's a lot of paths that just kind of go nowhere. So we're gonna do Nathan a solid here, and we're gonna drop him right in front of the park entrance. And before anything else happens, I am going to remove some paths here because there is a lot of complexity that isn't really necessary for us to be able to have a successful park here. And they're going to get lost and it's going to be a bad time. So again, just to kind of brief you on this, there's a lot of paths here. And the biggest problem you're ever going to have playing this scenario is that your guests are going to get lost and you're going to just end up with a really low park rating because they can't find the exit. So at least when you start off, if you go ahead and undo a bunch of these paths, then you're going to be in much better shape. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that as well. So basically all we have now is this one. This guy's already tired. Well, you're leaving the park. Dude, I put you at the entrance. All right, well, you want to be dumb, you can be dumb. That's on you. But anyway, we really need to make sure, one, that we don't let the path network get too crazy. Maybe open little segments of this at a time, and we really need to make sure that we get that information kiosk unlocked because that's the one that's going to be selling the maps. We don't need scenery and theming. We already have an entire garden ready to go. Transport rides, don't care. Gentle rides, probably don't care. Water rides, don't care. Already maximum funding. I'm gonna uncheck everything except shops and stalls. Of course, they're doing this gentle ride we don't really need. But hopefully this guy figures himself out because I put him right in front of the entrance, and I guess he was like, well, I don't want to leave now. But then anyway, so there is a lot of opportunity for building large roller coasters and different transport rides in this park, but we are going to keep it pretty simple for the beginning. Try to avoid confusing the guests as much as possible and just let it be what it's going to be. Yeah, so that's research outgoing loan interest. We start with a $10,000 loan. I believe park value $14. I believe the limit on this is 50. Let's just check that real quick. Oh, it's 40. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take out the maximum loan, at least not right now. So, what we have to start with, of course, you have your classic merry-go-round. You've got your haunted house, maze, car ride, and then the twist/scrambled eggs. But merry-go-round is always a good bet for an initial starting ride here. So we're going to try to find a decent location. I mean, the terrain is not really hospitable for building much near the entrance, but you're going to want to have some stuff. So I think we might end up putting some shops and stalls and then put our merry-go-round maybe in this general area here. And what that's going to allow us to do is have this come around the outside, and I'm going to take these paths away here, rotate this actually, and then that's going to allow us to have, do we want to have a different color cue? Yeah, we'll stay with the blue, that's fine. So we'll just have this come all the way here, nice and easy, open this thing, and let's say 50 cents for the merry-go-round so we can just cover our operation cost. But that gives them something to do. Is this still Travis here? Nathan. Why did I call him Travis? Anyway, apologies to all Travises out there. But not Nathan's. Figure it out. You can leave. It's okay. Now we have a merry-go-round. We're still researching. Spiral slide. Yeah, that's going to bring people in droves. But the maze right here, we've got a couple of... there's two different mini mazes. Huh. I think they're the same, just with a different theme here. But I'm going to go ahead. Since we're in a, you know, a garden, right? We can go ahead and build ourselves a little maze and figure out exactly how we want this to be situated. And this will go in probably pretty nicely here, unless we want to rotate around. Or if you really want to watch me suffer, I can I can build a custom one. But you know, okay, maybe we won't mess with that. Just leave this alone. I did say near the entrance of the park we should probably have some shops and stalls. So I'm going to put a bathroom here. And yes, I have heard your pleas. We won't charge for the bathrooms. Won't charge for the bathrooms. But we will put in... let's see. Yeah, let's put a burger bar. Bar for burgers. With drinks. And then fruity ices. Although everybody just calls this ice cream. So now, across from all of these, the benches are there. We just have the little, the walls of trees, I guess. Just put those in there. Gives them something to purchase, place to sit and enjoy it, and then disposal facilities. Of course, nobody's going to want to ride this when it's raining, and they don't really want to ride the merry-go-round anyway, so whatever. But at this point, it's kind of a tradition that we have to put it in. Spiral Slide is a smaller ride. Let's say that one 5 times fast. But it's still like this initial entrance area is a challenge to build on just because of the topography here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Build it right on top of it. No, don't do that. We're not doing that. So the good thing about the oh, that was still there. The good thing about the Spiral Slide is you really don't have to have a queue for it. So you can just kind of get away with doing this. Maximum people on ride, we'll say 4. Just turn it on. 10 cents, super cheap. But you don't even have to have a queue line for it. Oh, that's what a queue means. It means a line. Look, I'm American. It's okay. We don't say queue here. They can just walk right in. And they don't really ride this much anyway, so it's probably fine. At any rate, now we're on shops and stalls. Hopefully we get that information kiosk because the park map is going to be absolutely invaluable. And of course, we have the car ride once again. And despite being in the garden save, oh, this is kind of cool looking. Pegasus. I'm sure it had to have one of those horse type things. But I always thought these car rides were kind of perfect for this because so much of the thrill, quote unquote, of the car ride type stuff is going through the different scenery, right? Like, I don't know, you ever went to Disneyland and rode on the Autopia? I don't even know if they still have that there. But you're in a car, it's on a track, you can't really control it that much, so you get to just look at stuff. That's the appeal. So if you have one of these that doesn't have any scenery, which is all of them, then why? You're not really doing much of anything. So at some point, maybe if we find ourselves bored, maybe we can custom design one of those things. But like I said, this map is deceptively difficult because it's just really built up with different scenery. Some of it is a little baffling, but you have to find places to thread the needle, so to speak, to get different things in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turbo speed this because it is 4 years, and I know you guys don't want to watch an 1.5 hour long video on this, so we'll probably spend a lot of time in the turbo mode. Another thing is all these gardens have to be watered every so often or they will die. Well, they'll come back if you water them again, but you have to have handymen to actually take care of them, and that can be very expensive. So what I will do is, I guess I'm going to have to just kind of paint this area here so we can have them actually take care of these. And that's going to be pretty much all he does. Hire a mechanic, which is going in there. Information kiosk. Yes, sirree. Let's go. So that I'm going to put in this corner here. Nice and convenient. And I have also heard your cries about the park map and the umbrella. The $20 umbrella is probably not the best for guest retention. But I'm still going to profit on this. So we're going to save $5. Now I absolutely do not need to have more shops and stalls right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at everything else we've got. We got roller coaster-wise, classic wooden roller coaster, classic mini roller coaster, you know, nothing super complicated. Rail ride we already looked at, we got the twist thing. And then outside of that, I mean, we could build a monorail or a miniature railroad or something like that, but those take a long time to construct. And they're very expensive, deceptively so. And we're trying to prevent the guests from getting completely lost, so we don't want to have this go around the entire perimeter of the park right now. Anyway, maybe later, we probably will want one to go between the very front here, and then maybe the very back. Maybe have another station. Maybe just have one on every side. I used to do that. But we're not in a point right now where that is really a wise use of our funds or our time. So, looping roller coaster. There we go. We can, yeah, we can pop in our shuttle loops and print money. Nice early game thing there. And there's been a number of you who have said that you want to see me build custom roller coasters, and I need to make sure that you understand just how long that takes. And how much that's going to increase the runtime of these videos. Like, I'll do it. But I truly do not think you understand just how much time that is going to add to this. So if we're all in agreement that that's what we want, then hey, we'll do it. I will happily do it. But just, you gotta be aware. You gotta be aware that this is going to be an ordeal. So let me see if there is a good place to, I guess this will do. Entrance up there. And do the same thing again. Ah, I gotta flip it. There we go. So, of course, every time we do this, we've got to synchronize with adjacent stations. That's looking good. I'm absolutely not making all of these free. So that's what gets you into trouble. I don't know why they have the park admission set to $1 and then the rides are all set to free by default. It's like just a big recipe for chaos. And by chaos, I mean bad. Okay, so that's there. You know the drill. Nice and simple. That is... Hello? Oh, there's a fence. There we go. Now it's fixed. Yeah, alright. So the shuttle loops are in. They can do their thing, and now this guy is just keeping everything clean and tidy. I like these jumping fountains. I always did. Then we have these gardens as well will need to be watered. There's so much to keep up with in this. It's going to be an ordeal. Remember, it's a 4-year scenario. So we definitely have time for things to go well or not so well. Wait, hold on. We got corkscrew roller coaster already? How fast have we been? How fast have we been going? Okay, I also just remembered that we don't have a handyman in the main area of the park, so we're going to hire him. And then I am going to start opening up these other sections so the guests can enjoy looking at things. So let's unplug that and then put this in place so the guests can come and enjoy these jumping fountains, take their pictures, or say, whoa, this is the most beautiful park in the world. And like, all right, great. Cool, get me an award, get me my park rating bonus. Right now we're at a cool 828. Hopefully it only goes up from there. We got Pirate Ship coming into July. We still have a couple things left here. Let them do a couple of these. But roller coasters, corkscrew. Remember we built... okay, there was another one that was actually Deja Vu, but the one that I reminded me of Deja Vu is this Cobra one. I now realize that was incorrect. All of you Deja Vu fans. Great American Scream Machine. That's a Six Flags ride. What a diabolical name, Ionizer. Seal sliding probably has to have a different vehicle. Slippery seals. Tornado. See, these are all just like really, really big. Whoa. Whoa. That has 10 inversions. That's kind of crazy. Oh, yikes. I definitely would not want to go on most of these. This is another one of those launch ones where you just go up and then you go up and over that little, well, corkscrew. It's a corkscrew roller coaster and then go all the way up and then you go right back down. That looks crazy. See, I would like... What in the world is... Why are there so many... Hold on. This is kind of cool. It's like it's a single coaster that I guess has... Oh, okay. I thought it was 2 of the station platforms. No, it just comes back. That looks kind of cool. I technically got the cash for it. Now, let's see. Now, something like this would be a great kind of centerpiece right in the park entrance area. There's a couple of things in the game that, a couple of parks later on in the game that do this. Have the roller coaster right over the entrance. So, you know what? Maybe. This might be kind of a fun thing to pop in here. But it's going to cost, in this specific spot, it's going to cost $6,000. But we have the ability to increase our loan, so we'll do that. And then I think we're going to build this right here in the center. Yeah, that'll work. So, now let's flip over to this side. Let's see. Of course, there's just one. Oh, I messed up the coloring here. I'll get that all black again. Am I going to have to just do this myself? All right. All vehicles in the same colors. I think it was black with that that little yellow stripe. Maybe it was an orange. We'll go with that. I like that. That orange is pretty cool. Say $3 here. $3 here. Call that open. It's going to have a little test run for us here. Guests can't get to the entrance of U2794. Okay, we're going to have to name this thing. I guess I'm going to adopt the slightly nicer looking queue lines here. Or the supports, rather. My favorite. Windy nonsense. So that will go there. And then I think the right way to do this is going to be to come down. Let's see if I can make this... okay, now I'm going to have... okay, see-through scenery paths. There we go. So I'm trying to get this to go down here, but the path actually doesn't line up that way. So we're going to cheat a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. And have that... there we go. Now it can go down. So I can turn all those things back on. Yeah, they're locking up through this thing. But now they can get up to this. And look, you walk in the park and you see, woo! See this thing just going crazy up here. So, I hired 3 more handymen in the area that's actually connected to the entrance. Yes, they're complaining about the amount of trash. I just hired more people. Wow, this got filled up quick. 63 people. We already have almost 500 in the park. Wowee. Yeah, see, this is why you don't open the rest of the park yet. Because you gotta be able to put these people somewhere you can't allow them to get lost. But hopefully that actually ends up being a nice money printer for us. I actually don't even know what the, oh, okay, 6.24. That is going to be substantial enough. I think we can raise the admission. Let's go to 4. These are still doing well at 2. The slide is already at 429 customers at 10 cents. So, you know, it's making money. Gives them something to do. How are we feeling? Trash here is really bad. Okay, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. And by my best, I mean I'm remembering sometimes to get guys in here. So, Handyman 2, you are hereby selected to maintain the entrance path here to here. Why is that? There we go. Your only job is to maintain this area. So that's looking good. We are now 20 minutes into this, and we are at the end of October year 1, or close enough to it, with half of the guests. So, again, to win the scenarios, you really don't have to do that much. But we have 4 years, so we might as well try to do something slightly interesting. Still have roller coasters and thrill rides to develop. We have the Wooden Wild Mouse now. And we have the Mine Train. When do we get that? Man, we're just missing all sorts of stuff. Oh, yeah, we got Go-Karts. We've got Go-Karts. And I still don't have any... Look how stupid some of these are. I still don't have any custom scenery or whatever for these. Wait a second. You have... How do you have alternative vehicle designs for Go-Karts? It's Go-Karts. They're carts that go. Anyway. Let's take the opportunity... Take this out of triple speed, first of all. Let's design a custom go-kart track that kind of goes around our garden here. I know that's what the flowers need, right? Is heavy pollution. That's what I think of when I think of a beautiful garden, is heavy pollution in an absolute disaster zone. So the go-karts, basically each square of station platform is 2 carts worth, because they have to always be able to line up into the space available if every one of them chooses one side. So what I'm going to do, take this, the minimum height above... Oh, wow, hold on. What was that? No, that was a... It had some sort of weird plane thing come up. Anyway, so that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. So what we'll do here is have this just come straight down, and then we'll go around the corner, and then we'll have a little bit of an up, and then a little bit of a down, and then around the corner. Actually, hold on. We have a chance to make this symmetrical. I know someone is screaming at their computer right now. So if we go 2, up 2, right here like this, and then down 2, transition piece, right there, that is going to work out nicely. Now, note, it's not going to be completely symmetrical all the way around, but the idea is you want them to go lap around this thing, right? So that is what we'll do. 2, up 2. Remember, this has to go up over the path here. So then we'll do another one of these. Make sure that matches. And then this can actually continue going around the corner like this. Just hug this whole thing. Remember, this is 0 feet, so when we go down, it's actually -5, I believe. Yep. But this is +5. And go-karts, you don't want to have, like, super long uphills and downhills all at once, because that's going to cause backups. So it's okay to have, like, up and down a little bit at a time, where they can have some sort of something to do. So I'll give them a little bunny hop hill here. And then coming into the... Aha! I fell for the classic blunder. I did not start a land war in Asia, but I did end up doing this slightly incorrectly. So yeah, we'll have a little slightly higher than the station right before, so they come screaming in. Alright, so if we didn't think that that was stupid enough already, we've got this thing right here ready to go. That's going to hold 9 cars. I think it might actually be the maximum that you can do. This thing is going to absolutely print money no matter what we charge for it. I'm going to go for $4. And then we will build ourselves a queue line. It's already a queue. You don't have to call it a line. Look, all right? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So now this can just come right here. Perfecto detecto. And now I just have to disconnect a path there that I can actually see, and then I need to... Oh, okay. I think this is the one I have to put back, yeah. Oh, I'm going to turn off the path so I can see where to put the path. No, no. It's not quite how it works. But now they can access the go-karts. And that should be, well, should be reasonably popular. Do I have this set to how many laps? 3 laps. No. No, 2 laps. This is a little bit of a long track relative to usually how the go-karts go. So let's see what happens. Yellow cart's in the lead, and these idiots got caught up. Classic blunder. I never figured out if there was one cart that was always going to be faster. I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same. But sometimes you can notice some trends. This red cart's way in the lead. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to win. So he's going to finish lap 2. He might even be halfway through his victory lap by the time the rest of these guys get in. Yeah, so he's won. Yeah, he's going to be all the way around the back by the time the white car gets in. Yeah, how about that? Wow. Well, what that does do, I'll tell you, when the guy gets the extra lap when he wins, is it ensures that the winning cart is never at the front of the next heat. So, I know you're going to have your super try-hard guys who come like 5 days a week to the amusement park like, well, I'm going to get real good at go-karts. It's like, okay, dude, you can't ride the same one every time. So we'll leave them alone. That's going to generate just absolute bonkers quantities of cash. Still have a bunch of people in line for this. What are we going to call this thing? I can't really get away with just leaving this as U2794, can I? And I also can't ask you what to call it because these are all one video, one park. So by the time I saw your things, it's like, all right, well, we're never going to see that again. So, enter a new name for this ride/attraction. What? I'm trying to think about what would be a good name for this. Because it's not really, Huh. Well, you know what? No. I don't have any idea how to name things. We're just going to leave it alone. I can't ask for feedback on that. Classic stand-up roller coaster. Okay, they're still doing that. How many more roller coasters did we get in this time? Oh, just that one? Okay, stand-up. Oh, this is the one you have to make your own. Okay, I don't have time for that. Not right now. What I'm more interested in is trying to fulfill the victory conditions of the scenario. Why is nobody on this? Did they, not paying that much? Oh, you cheapskates. Alright, you're too good for the $2 roller coaster, huh? I guess I should probably check sentiment on, You're not going to pay 50 cents to go on the merry-go-round? Alright, 10 cents. They're going on the slide for 10 cents. This umbrella's a really good value. Look. It's like the worst possible sentence to hear. Okay. Alright. So. We got all these ducks right here. I love seeing all the multicolored umbrellas. That's really nice. Do I have room under the go-karts here to put... I do. To put a bathroom. Good. That's exactly what you should be doing. Okay, that's not going to fit. But we need to make sure that we're using our information kiosks appropriately. Put another one in here. I did set these to have the same price, right? Good. Alright, so it is April of year 2. We have 520 guests. We have a park rating of... Hover. Alright, forget it. I'll click. 835. So I think the guests getting lost definitely makes that worse. So, like I said, gonna have to figure out a way for them not to get lost. Ideally. So, having this bigger roller coaster right here at the front is nice. Plenty of room over here for other, especially in the middle of the water here. Great spot for like a water coaster or a dinghy slide or something. Again, there's just so many different places in here we can do this. I think, okay, oh, steeplechase, that's one with the horses. Do I have I do not have any of the extra vehicles, so that's, we built this one in, I think, Leafy Lake with the To the Death one. Ponytails. Hey, that one has, scenery. Well, we don't need scenery in this scenario because we have plenty of it. Production line probably needs different, all these need different things. Alright, I guess we'll just leave that alone. If I were going to put in a monorail or a miniature railroad, I'd want to make sure that wherever the guests get off, they're going to be able to find where they're going. So, in preparation of opening up the rest of the park, I think what we're going to want to do when we build our... Actually, let's see what kind of vehicles we have available. Okay, so the monorails only have these small monorail cars that I absolutely despise. I think they're super ugly. The large ones are cool. Look like the Disneyland monorail, but this one just has regular steam trains, and it has the choo-choo sounds. So, why is there a pre-built... Okay. I was about to say, it's a transport ride. You're going to make, like, the sad little zoo train that has one stop, one end, and it's in the same spot, and you're like, oh, let's ride the train for $20. It doesn't go anywhere. Like, okay, cool, you put train tracks in the woods, neat. Model Railroad Club meets on Wednesdays. But no, seriously, I love trains. I love trains with my entire heart. I do not want to pay $20 to ride a loop of a train. Just nowhere. I want it to take me somewhere. So, what I think we're going to end up doing here, let's see, height marks on land. Oh, that is an absolute disaster zone for my eyeballs. But I'm trying to... The isometric view is nice until it's not. I want this to go into the correct place here. You can also just have tunnels, which increase the excitement of everything. But man alive, is this irritating. So 20 feet. 20 feet height. Right here. If I start... That would actually work here as well. I'm trying to have the stations for the trains positioned directly over paths so guests can recognize that there is a train coming in there. So this here would start there. The maximum length of these things... Ah, it's the path in the way. Okay. What we'll do is we'll just move it over one. Go right next to the path. Raise or lower land first. How long is the... Wait, how long does it let me build this? Oh, that's ridiculous. It's completely absurd. Do I have S-bends? I do. Okay. Well, I would have loved to put that there, but it's going to be in the way. And I think... Oh, that's actually the... Okay. So I am... here we go again. I'm going to move this over 2 more and move it up 1. So that... Yeah, that's that thing again. It was... Whatever. So I'm trying to see... This is why I didn't want to build the custom roller coasters. Because this video is going to be 3 hours long. Nobody's going to watch that. But there is a certain length you have to make these so that you can actually have the correct amount and length of trains. And this is how many tiles already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tiles. Let's agree on 16. And then I'm going to make a tunnel here. Because I have the ability to do that. Actually, just take this all the way down. And then we'll just bring that up. So straight across it goes until we reach the other side here. I can't see anything. I need see-through scenery. That didn't do anything. Why can't I see through the trees? Anyway. Okay, so now the train is out. That land needs to go away, which means the tree needs to go away, which means this needs to go away again. There we go. So we've created a little bit of a... Oh, man, I could have actually gone all the way to the edge. Well, it's fine, I guess. This will just keep going all the way. Yeah, Yeah, the station's going to be probably right here on the very outside. So what we can do, actually, does give me a kind of a refund on all this. We'll just have our little sideways here. Okay, so that's not going to work. I don't want to have crazy crazy dumb looking stuff here. Because I do want this to actually be set up in a good spot. Just all the way around the back. We have the ability to have the large sweeping curves. I don't think it really matters, but it is always nice to have stuff not look completely stupid. I say as I failed to put the train in the correct place. But yes, 16 tile long stations I think is what we're going to try to go for. Can I do another left here? I can. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still gives us plenty of space, and we're all the way over here. So, then coming out of this, of course, actually, that is not going to be looking too shabby. So the one on the back side of the park, we turn this back around to its normal orientation here. So you can quickly see why custom coaster design is not exactly my forte here. It just uses absolute gobs of money. So I'm going to bankrupt myself building a train, because that is the way it goes. $18 a segment. Is this going to... Yes, it is. Look at us go here. That isn't going to quite work. That also isn't going to quite work. But that will. Can I do that one more back? No, I cannot. Okay. So it's okay to build this like in the middle of the woods back here, because, you know, you're not really going to be building anything here anyway. But now we have to decide where we're going to put the station for the backside of the park. Which probably... See, I wish I had a way to figure out what the distance between stations was without opening it. Because that and this should be probably about the same, which means this station is going to end up going probably back here, and then the other one is going to end up going here-ish. But that is, well, it has a hill climb, so maybe that's not that big of a deal. So... I know. More train madness. It's the way it goes. Comes with the territory. If you haven't experienced it yet, well, welcome to train madness. This is going to be... You know what? Let's do a tunnel. Just straight through the land here. See, oh, now I can actually see this. And I'll just have that go straight down. That can go up. So that's going to be, I believe, let's see, we got 3 here, 3 here. That'll be coming along this way. Oh, yeah, and then they're going to have to go way up there. So that will go up, and then this will end up coming down. And now we have train. Oh, I betrayed myself. Why am I like this? Okay, can I S-bend out of this? Yes, I can. Ooh, but then I take out these beautiful magnolia trees. Well, the other option is you climb over this. Am I stupid enough to see if you can buy land in a park that's already almost 1 million square feet? Yes, I am, and the answer is no. So, okay, well, this has to go one more over anyway, so why don't we, why don't we put this back where it came from? Best value park in the country, huh? All right, good. My genius knows no bounds, apparently. But we'll put this back where it was. Hopefully it actually lets me do this. It doesn't look completely stupid. Okay, that does look kind of definitely stupid. All right. So what we'll do is here, I'm going to bring this forward two pieces. So that's just right there. And we're going to go up from -5 to +5, right over this river. So, and then that will just go right across here. And that's going to kill some trees. But, you know, it's fine, I think. How close am I to the backside? Okay, that's actually directly touching that. All right, so instead of 5, instead of going up to 5, we'll go up to 10. And then we'll see if that is also going to kill the trees. No, it's not going to kill the trees. So, now, right here, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then, coming out of that, we'll have to have... Okay, no, I do have to go up one more. Yeah, just bring this all the way up. Isometric makes it very hard to see exactly... Oh, okay, yeah. So this is going to become a problem here. So instead... Yeah, so that's not going to work. Okay. We will have to... Oh, sheesh. All right. Fine. Fine. We'll just go up to 40 from here. And then just do one of those. I know it's... It always looks a little funky in the isometric when you do these kind of directly in the same plane as the camera movements. But that's fine. This next one is at 40 feet. This one over here is at 20. So we're actually higher right now than we probably need to be. Yeah, there's no way this is going to be an hour. You picked it. Well, actually, you know, if you've watched this video, you know exactly how long it is because the video's finished. I don't while I'm recording this. So I think, oh, see, this is just always such a mess to get over here because there's a, this hillside that's kind of a, it's kind of an absolute disaster zone here. That's going to let me get away with this? Oh, now why... okay, I guess that's fine. I wish I could change the supports, because I hate this, like, crisscross, like, wooden lattice kind of thing going on. It just is not very appealing. The good news is, I have a $30,000 loan, and I've already made back a whole lot of money, because it's taken me so long to build this stupid thing. But it's going to be nice to have the choo-choo go around, and then probably lose a bunch of money. Oh, now the land is... Oh, God. Oh, this is what happens when you you make bad choices, kids. Nope, I have to raise or lower land first. Okay. So now can I actually... Good. Good. All right. So the train is going to take its sweet time getting over here. It's probably going to be going extremely fast when it comes down here. Raise or lower land first. Okay, make me. That'll go there, that'll go there, and then I know we're taking some of these amazing, wonderful, beautiful trees out, but it's fine. We'll just bring this in here. 16 station platforms. All right. There we go. So that's going to be our 4th station. This is going to take a while to go up this hill and then not a long time to go down the hill, but that's about as good as we're going to be able to do. So then this can just come all the way out here. I like these long sweeping curves. I think they look a lot nicer. So that's going to be okay. And then coming around here. See, this is all still -5. That counts as negative. Really? Does that still count as -5? Oh, that counts as 0. Okay. Very strange. That's not going to work. So that actually could be terraformed. I think I'm going to do it. Because we're not really going to be spending a lot of time looking at this anyway. Plus, we have the ability to... Yeah, we can put a little bit of a texture here. I can't change the one on the outside of the park, but this could actually look pretty nice. Yeah, just change that. I know we're never going to see it, so it doesn't matter, but it is always nice to have something that, well, looks nice. So this going here is going to be this segment. Wish I could zoom in more, but I can't. Now, going up the hill, I'm just going to do... Actually, hold on. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. All right, never mind. All right, we'll do the sharp curve. That has to go... Yep, has to go up that way. So that has to go to 20, and then, at long last, 800 years later, it's actually 15, 20 minutes in the game, we have the track complete. And now we have to build, the queue lines. So, oh man, this is going to be an ordeal. So I'm just going to plop these in here real quick. You know how we do. Just put the absolute end of this. That's going to let me do... I can't see these stupid trees. Oh, vegetation. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Why can't I place this here? What's in the way? What's in the way that I can't build in front of? Okay. That's really weird. Okay. Exit. Now we come over here. Entrance. Exit. Okay, I could have maybe shifted this over one more so it lines up inside this little garden. Let's, you know what? Let's nope, not over here. Let's do that. I know we are crying here now at the duration of this godforsaken miniature railroad construction, but it's going to be worth it when it actually looks nice. So that'll go there, that'll go there. Flip this around again. Now, the reason I'm putting these so far apart, well, there isn't really a reason, but now we have steam trains, and this is why you do it. 8 trains, 6 cars per train. I think that includes the locomotive and the tender, but that, friends, is a thing of beauty, and they all are colored like Thomas the Tank Engine, just like God intended. So I'm going to make the trips $1, and we're going to, yeah, see how many of these there are? They back all the way. Actually, wow. Hold on. Now, can I change this to brown? Now they're Thomas the Tank Engine colored, because that's what color the little carriages are. Actually, they're probably closer to like a dark orange than an umber, but there is no intermediary there. So that's all she wrote. Let's let's build these horrendous queue paths here. So what you do is you just bring that guy right the way down there. Bring that guy right the way down here. And Bob's your uncle. Put this thing right there. It says no entrance. No entrance for you or you. And then all we have to do is build paths. Oh, you know what? We're going to get in trouble because I don't have... I don't have all these paths connected. So that's just going to end up going here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I said it, like, you know what? We really don't need to have all those complicated paths because then the guests are going to get stuck. And then I build this absolute monstrosity here. But that is what happens. So that's there. And that, you know, that actually doesn't look too bad. But that's going to have to get a don't come up here sign. As well as... yes, let's do that. Then we have to come over this way before anybody gets dropped off the face of the earth in the middle of nowhere. I'm just, for the sake of easiness here, just going to build this straight through. Yes, straight through the trees. That's the way it goes. Now they're all connected. Who's in line? There are 7, 8, 9 people. Oh, there's a lot of people on the trains already. Wowee. So now I... well, now I have the problem of... I didn't connect all the paths back up. Well... Wait, why is this... Why is this still charging me money for... Okay, well. That's fine. Just make sure I put all the rest of these paths back in so they can actually get around. But we have access to the entire rest of the park now. And these trains are going to drop people off. Oh, no one's getting on here. They all got off at the first station. Well, it's going to happen that way. It's going to happen that way until everything gets kind of circulated around. But I think a key here is going to be having information kiosks at all of the exits so that they can buy their umbrellas and their maps and everything and not get completely lost. But we do have enough guests in the park now where it is probably going to become a necessity to have access to this stuff. All right, so now we have 5, count them, 5 information kiosks. And we've opened the entire park up with the advent of the train. And I'm going to need to hire a lot more mechanics. Let's have 5 mechanics and 20 handymen. That should, in theory, take care of most of this stuff. And we have flowers that need to be watered, so on and so forth. But now we have the opportunity to add water rides to this. Oh, immediately they say, oh, we're going to do a water ride. We're tired of doing these roller coasters. But we've got bobsleds. We've got the steeplechase we haven't built. This guy, the launched freefall, is a big moneymaker, like we talked about before. So I'm going to start putting rides in the back of the park. This escape hatch is already kind of set up for that. But if you have stuff for these guys to do when they actually get back here, then it's going to make it a lot less annoying for them to exist in this space that they have no clue what's going on. So that's going to go here. Let's charge $1. Why not? Why not? So this guy doesn't need to have a super long queue. Just pop him in like that. They can see it from the trains, like, oh, yeah, let's go do that. Okay. But this, of course, is a vomit-inducing ride, so we're going to... Actually, I probably should be putting a lot of these trash cans around the park before we have garbage absolutely everywhere. So I just never really think too much about that. There we go, right in front of the weird, randomly placed Roman columns. That's what we need, is we need a trash can. You know, I just want to make sure we have something somewhere for guests to dispose of their rubbish, if we're going to use the British version of the game. But people are actually riding the train still, which is great. We've got 54 people on the ride. I'm pretty sure 8 trains, 6 passengers per carriage, 36 per train. We've got 8 trains. Wowee, that's a lot of guests. That's man, you're talking you're talking early 2000s computer RAM allocations in megabytes quantities of guests. Don't you just love these little trains going at 2 miles per hour up the hill? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Actually, hold on. Are they saying they want to go on something more thrilling? Well, hey, if you don't like... The excitement rating is 4.71. That is astronomically high for a miniature railroad. Can't speak. We actually did a pretty decent job of spreading those stations out. Minute 20 seconds, minute 42, minute 35, and then I actually can't see what the rest of this is, but it's looking pretty... 4.71 is a great rating for a train ride. It's probably all this downhill right here. I still have not heard any guests on a train do the roller coaster scream, so I guess that is probably a good thing. That's train 4, which means they've already made a full loop. That's train 2. So this is train 1. We've made like a loop and a quarter so far. Park rating continues to increase. We're getting up to 700 guests. The video is 55 minutes long. We're in year 2. So, the goal of this, of course, is to get to 1,000 guests in year 4. But it is year 2, so we're going to have to expedite a whole lot of stuff here. I want to do some sort of cool water roller coaster here. Or the log flume. Log flume works too. We got the launched free fall escape hatch. People queuing up, actually, pretty good. Let's not forget to put in bathrooms in various areas of the park, so we will go ahead and just by default pop those by the train station exits, because that's where guests are going to enter areas for the first time. Nice and easy like so. We do still only have the one food court, quote unquote, right here at the entrance to the park. So we probably should make another one of those. And I usually like to make them in kind of close quarters locations. So this, I don't know, I know the guests in the game don't think about this, but wouldn't it be nice to have your lunch at the top of a thing you can just look at the rest of the park from above? I think that's cool. So if we're going to do that, then I'm going to just going to pop a couple of these guys over here. A little bit of an ice cream there, and then just because we're already in a food court area, a little bathroom, and then we don't have to do too much. But putting in a bunch of these benches is probably a good choice. Another couple trash cans in various locations, maybe right here. That'll work. And you got somewhere to enjoy your food. Log flume is actually finished, so let's take a look at that guy. And again, there's a bunch of these custom things we could be doing, but with how long the train took, I don't think we need to, I don't think we need to be spending a ton of time custom building too many things. But this Logger's Revenge is probably a pretty nice, reasonably compact thing here. So if we were to go... Actually, here is probably a pretty good spot. It's like in the water, but it's not super in the water. And I can put the entrance and the exit right here. Open. Say charge $2 for this. Hopefully that works. Then I'm going to just kind of snake that around. And now this area does have the dirt paths, so I will make the exit for that into dirt. Put in a bench I don't think they're really going to need to take their nausea medication after a log flume ride, but you never know. Logger's Revenge gives them something to do right there. This has something to do, and now we need something to do that isn't the bathroom or buy an umbrella for $5. So let's give them a little bit of a ride here. We already have Go-Karts, and that's still as popular as ever. Roller coaster probably too big. Haunted house not exciting enough. See, they really don't care about these swinging ships very much. I don't want to duplicate things this early. So what about a mini roller coaster? I have a El Cheapo. Yeah, let me put that thing in here. Raging Rocket. I think we already built that. That one I think I've built. Try not to duplicate these too much, but that's okay, that's not going to fit nicely. Maybe we'll think of something else here. There's still roller coasters for them to get though, which is something. See, the Wooden Wild Mouse coasters are cool, but the supports are so ugly. Man, I wish they could be yeah, there you go. They could be different. But it's fine. I guess this is just a we already built mouse tower. That is like electric yellow. That's not yellow. It's literally green. I promise I know what colors look like. You know what? Actually, this could fit reasonably well if we want to... Oh, maybe not. 'Cause I thought this would work. Put on top around a hill. It's not. That's not tall enough. Okay, so that's not great. What was this? Okay, no, still water ride, 13th September. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We need to be fast-forwarding anyway because this is a very long scenario. But park with the best toilet facilities. All right, cool. That's a nice one, I suppose. I want to see what this log ride is. I wonder if the trains ever crash from brake failures. Because they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot off of this downhill here. Super speed. You gotta make sure the engineer's paying attention, or you're gonna just plow through all this whole thing. Dinghy slide. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. We'll build a dinghy slide over here. Just as soon as we get to the 13th of September. All right. Dinghy slide it is. I say as I almost click on the other thing. Now, we've built Demon Drop. I don't know that we've built Ice Flow. Huh? Pun there. That looks kind of cool. That's 2 station platforms. At some point I do need to custom design one of these, but this is just such a long scenario. It's not, wow, okay, this is actually substantially larger than I thought it was. That's obnoxious. That is incredibly obnoxious. Let's not do that. Man, I thought that was going to be cool. I thought it was going to be cool. So, Ice Flow. That's a little bit more of a, an attainable goal here. I don't want to change operating, but I want to build the thing. So we're going to have an issue with the height of this thing. Now, putting this here is probably not a bad choice. We just need to... I need to find a way to get this to conform to the terrain a little bit more. Because I don't have the ability to really okay, this is a bad design. All right, so I lied. Oh, River Rapids is much better. And now we've got it. All right, cool. This one, we just have 3 different designs, but I believe it's going to be a lot easier for us to integrate in here. And I know right now there's people that are saying, you need to build custom things. It's a 4-year scenario. This video would be 3 hours long if I made everything custom. That's just the way it is. So, man, but I don't have anywhere, I really don't have anywhere good to put this. Unless I flatten this hill, which is a completely different discussion. But that, hold on. I know it's going to get rid of a lot of trees, but that is... Huh. Okay. That might actually work. Let's do that. So this is the entrance going up. Yes, okay. All right, this is going to end up being... Let's try $2 until they tell me I can't do it anymore. So what we'll do... Oh, I'm out of cash. Yes, the problem with building an enormous miniature railroad around the entire perimeter of your park for an entire year in-game is that it eats up a whole lot of money. But we need that to exist, so let's take out money so I can build the entrance path for our river rapids. And what I'm going to do here is just the same exact thing we do every single time we play this. And then this is going to end up... that's not going to play nice. There we go. I know it's a little bit of a roundabout way of doing it, but it is going to actually allow us to have this exist. So, that works. And it is within a reasonable distance, entry-wise, of the exit for the train, which is currently only carrying 22 people, so that, because they're not wanting to ride on it. More thrilling, you swine, is 4.71. That is huge for a train. But they're not saying it's too expensive, so... I guess they just want to do something else with their lives. Now, our unnamed roller coaster has nobody going on it because they're not paying too much to do that, and it's also too intense. So let's lower this to $2. Yeah, there they go. Now they'll start coming in. Shuttle loops are still doing their thing. Go-Karts, you could charge $400 where they probably still do it. Log Flume is looking good. That thing is doing what it always does. We got to get them on this train here. I mean, I guess... Okay, this is probably way too many trains. It would probably be better with fewer trains, or fewer cars per train, but more trains. So they come more frequently. Well, that's usually the case for good public transit design anyway. And in a theme park, this kind of thing is the public transit. The Disneyland monorail Disney World monorail. I guess the Disneyland monorail doesn't really exist to the same degree. If it even does at all. I'm actually not sure. But they have an amazing throughput. I know Disneyland has the train, but they have an amazing throughput of guests who use that stuff, and it connects all the... In Disney World, at least, it connects a whole bunch of different stuff. And that's not something you really see in a lot of American cities, is robust public transit that's actually functional and people use. So, to that end, there is one person in line. There's 16 people on the ride. I think... Yeah, we're gonna just, one car per train. How many trains can I do? 23 trains. If I go to 2 cars, it goes to 17. If I go to 3 cars, it goes to 13. So, if I go to 2, it goes, let's have 17 trains of 2 cars per train. Little cute trains, but that, I think, once they get spread out, is going to be a whole lot better. A lot to be more frequent, at least. Do we have people lining up for the trains? Probably not. Nobody in queue line. Oh, there's some people back here, though, which is good. I'm also charging $1 per segment, and they're not really that long. Of course, it's going to take a while to get those test results back. But this should be a little bit better than having these giant trains absolutely everywhere. Okay, 2 people in the queue. We've got 40 people on the right. See, this is why this is a great thing. You can just absolutely just dump all your guests in here. Oh, also, we have our goals already completed. We have over 1,000 guests. But we're not done. There's still plenty of time. Suspended swinging coaster. That's the, that's this. I don't really care for these that much. But the spinning wild mouse is here. There's only these 3 designs, and I think we've built... most of these. We actually might not have built Dizzy Mouse yet. I know there's no scenery for this. But I think... See, this is one of those things you can kind of get away with building in the middle of stuff and it not be completely ridiculous looking, but let me tell you, if I saw a roller coaster that was built like this, where there's no supports under an entire, like, 100-foot stretch of track, I am not going on that thing. That's terrifying. So, let's instead flip this. And flip it, turn it upside down, something, so on and so forth. And plant it in the middle of these trees here. It's not going to get rid of too many of them. He says as it gets rid of half of them. Oops. Let's charge $1 for this thing and be done with it. Dizzy Mouse has no path leading from its exit. Yeah, and you have no path. Never mind. We'll just cease the snarkiness to the computer before I lose my mind. But that will occupy a pretty good amount of space here, and it's something for these guests to do when they get off the train. And look, we've got 52 people on the train. That, my friends, is a success. So, put this back in fast speed and let them do what they're going to do. Still want to put another couple things around the rest of these stations. Motion simulator. Okay, they're out of roller coasters, which means we can do chops and stalls again. And then transport rides I'm absolutely, completely unconcerned about. These motion simulators are kind of just a stupid thing, honestly. People don't really use very much. But I think... No, that's not going to work. Which... Avenging Aviators versus Thrill Riders. I'm just going to have this one thing. Charge 50 cents. Why not? It's not that big of a deal. But they will sit here and, you know, go on these things. You just have to make sure that you change the film every so often. I don't know if it's once a year or something before they stop really messing with it too much, but we'll see what happens, I suppose. Yeah, so now the novelty of the miniature railroad has worn off a little bit. It is what it is. Not always going to be super excited about it. Yeah, we still have a couple more thrill rides, I think, that they can get into. But, I don't know, the swinging ships just never seem to do very well. Go-Karts, again, printing infinite dollars. What's our, yeah. The running cost is $126 an hour. The profit per hour is more than 10 times that. Actually, 12 times. It's very, very popular. Shuttle loops are no longer that popular, but it's $1. They want to go on it, they'll go on it. This is a big park, so it's not going to seem like it's very crowded in most places. Some places, yes, but there's enough paths to absorb the guests where it's not really going to be that much of an issue. Still 20-some people on the ride, so hey, it's an average of like 1.5 people per train. It's fine. So we do have probably enough mechanics. Security guards, pretty much pointless. Park rating is like, what, 990 something? 984, okay. But that's going to work. That's going to be just fine, folks. Dizzy Mouse has a full queue. And the ride is reasonably full, so that's looking good. We've got other opportunities to put stuff in here. We just haven't done it yet. That's not water rides. We have boat hires. I really don't like these because the guests almost always seem to get lost. But this one's got a bunch of different boat designs. They got rowing boats, bumper boats, swans. Swans are fun. Water tricycles, and canoes. So, I'm going to possibly make a mistake. And I'm going to trust the guests not to be stupid. I know, very, very dangerous activities being conducted here. But I think, in my heart of hearts, that they could do it. I don't have cash to build a boat hire. Oh boy, okay. Well, we'll just have to wait then, won't we? I also really would like to pay back a lot of this loan. Balloon stall, that's going to be nice to have for the end. But yeah, these long scenarios are more of, you know what, forget it. I'm going to take out more loans so I can build the boat hire. I just wanted to be done with. Okay, so I can't put that there. I can. See, I thought I was going to be smart here. I guess not. Well, as long as I can build a path underneath that, I think we're going to be okay. All right, so we're going to do swans. And you can actually, I always like to do this boat one, the ugly, I know it's not a duck, but the ugly duckling. Have the first one be that different color there. I do not like this yellow. That's, wow. I'm not doing a good job of beating the you don't know what colors are allegations. Green. I was going to say I would prefer a different, like a more cheerful yellow-ish color. So this bright yellow I think is going to fit the bill quite nicely. 50 cents. And then you can have your swans. But again, you have to be careful with water stuff on the water because the guests will drown if they come out. They come out of this thing before there is before there's actually anywhere to go that is not on the water. So, there we go. We'll just call this Rent a Swan. Why not? Because that's what they are. So the guests will get on there and they can pedal around their little swan paddle boats. And eventually, they'll have to go back in. And sometimes they get stuck, and it's always funny. And annoying. But funny. So just leave that. Nobody's on the line for the rapids. Huh? Not paying you cheapskates. $2. That's like basically free. And I know all these guests come in here just absolutely loaded with cash. Yeah, look, this guy had like $90. I say this guy, Elizabeth, not a very popular male name. Not to my knowledge, at least. Yeah, see, but they're complaining that stuff is expensive. Like, you have so much money compared to the average guest in RollerCoaster Tycoon. Okay, solid 20 people on the ride for the miniature railroad. Don't have any more roller coasters. I mean, I could make a bobsled coaster, but those things are objectively kind of ugly. cotton candy, souvenirs, maybe another thrill ride. Well, I guess probably we should have some balloons, randomize the colors. 90 cents for a balloon seems fine. We can lower the price of the balloons later on if we want to have them be free. So we can just watch them. But I'm going to put... I'm out of cash to build balloon stands. This is what happens when you have absolutely uncontrolled spending in a game like this. Like, everything makes you money, but it takes a long time to get it back. Look, all right, look at these clowns. They're back behind the queue line. Stop it. Get some help. Seriously, what are you doing, man? You're gonna get stuck. But now they're gonna buy umbrellas at $5 a piece. All right, I got to put this thing on turbo. We're gonna be here until the cows come home, and I don't even have any cows to come home. So, yep. See, I already got one of those messages like the thing hasn't come back yet. It's like, well, somebody's busy being stupid over here, and by somebody I mean all of them. Because I think there's a way for them to kind of get stuck back here, and they all managed to do just that. Oh, except these people figured out how to go back inside. That's a good job for them. But if they want to paddle around underneath the supports for the log flume and waste all their whole life doing that, then hey, who am I to say no? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But man, we are hemorrhaging cash. And I absolutely know why. But I just, okay, we're also paying $1,400 a month in staff wages, which is absurdly high for RollerCoaster Tycoon. Just have to have a couple months in the black here, and I didn't even build rides hardly at all. We're just spending so much money on staff, and, okay, well, I guess it's really not that bad. The ride running costs are a little high relative to how much money they're bringing in. But I think we're just missing a couple of big-ticket roller coasters to make that a viable thing. We're just, man, we are losing money hand over fist. We can't stand for this. So, like, these big roller coasters here, they're making money. They're just not, they're not printing money. I don't know, for whatever reason, the guests are, hold on, did the Go-Karts fall? They did. They're not paying $4 to go on the Go-Karts anymore. Alright, so let's try $250. Are they going to pay $250 to go on Go-Karts? Okay, alright, here they come again. Oh, the Go-Karts broke down. Alright. Yep, see, this is exactly what happens. I don't really spend much time in the negative financially. Ropey Rapid still hasn't been fixed. Alright, let's take this out of turbo speed. What are my mechanics even doing? Oh, they're all busy. Okay. Well, we do have a lot of rides, kind of. We only have 13. Huh. Well, I think I know the answer to this, but let's check and see just how expensive this thing is to run. Really? Okay. So it's actually still making money. But it does cost $289 an hour to run that ride. That's not cheap. Oh, wait, what? Are they all the same amount? $294.40. $177. Okay. What about here? $275. What about this guy? $60. Oh yeah, we need more of these. See, the other kind of sad thing about this map is I'm not really going to be able to get a very good a very good image for the thumbnail unless I zoom all the way out, which is kind of anticlimactic. It's just a huge, absolutely huge map. So the go-karts once again have a full line. I guess that's a good thing, but now I mean, debt service is not the problem here. It's only $60 a month. But we really need to find a way to get some serious cash brought in here. These guests are just cheapskates. Oh, we're still charging for admission. Okay, well, I don't think it really matters, but we did make $1,700, which means we've had 1,742 individual guests until just now when I made admission free. I don't have money to run an advertising campaign, nor should I really be spending money on advertising when it doesn't really make us any more money unless they ride stuff in the park. Man, I think we just need to build a really stupid giant roller coaster somewhere. But that costs a lot of money. So, it's our last gasp to go up to the 40 grand, and we got our 2,700 bucks. Is there anything else that I could possibly build without it costing a ton of money? It's like we've got 39 people on the ride. That's pretty good. But they're just, for whatever reason, they don't want to pay this much. They want something more thrilling. Oh, the miniature railroad. Oh, the rating went down because of the shorter trains, I guess, maybe don't go quite as fast. No, it says 20 miles an hour. I wonder if that's the speed those things are capped at. I know in the... Well, this is a modded version of the game, but you can change operating characteristics of some of these things. You can change modes. And I think there's a way to make the trains go a lot faster. I don't know if I want to mess with it necessarily, but... See, I am, we need to make more cash. And normally the easiest way to do that is to have these shuttle loops that just absolutely print money, but they're not really going to it. I think part of the problem is this map is just so huge that guests will spend their entire lives walking around the park and not really doing much of anything. So, if you want purely to just succeed in the scenario objective and you don't care about, you know, trying to do something cool with the park, you just delete all the paths and keep everything in a small area, and then, oh, you're good to go. But, you know, part of the fun of having this giant thing is utilizing different areas of it. Putting stuff in different places. Spending 20 minutes building a stupid train everywhere. That's part of the fun of the big maps. So why not just use everything you have access to? Here's a balloon to pop. And that's one of the ones that doesn't pop. Okay. Yep. Can this one pop? Yes. Okay, those are being carried. They're not actually abandoned quite yet. I mean, at this point, we've already beaten this scenario. The video's an hour, 23 minutes long. I probably shouldn't waste any of your time by just running around trying to get other stuff done, but this is a really low company value, $129,939. For a park of this size with this many guests, that is really low. And part of it's because we have a $40,000 loan. Which, I don't know, however many zeros you want to add on to the end of this to be comparable to real life stuff is probably a whole lot. But I honestly don't know how that would convert, if it even does convert at all. But point being, we've maxed out the loan. It's not the amount of money we're paying that's killing us, it's just the fact that we don't have cash. And we're not going to get any more cash. Probably ever. Just because of how slow this is at making a profit. Which, honestly, it's not. But I also, at the same time, I can't really get rid of all these handymen because there's just so many paths. You could min-max this, I'm sure, if you really wanted, by assigning each handyman individual squares for the whole park. But I just don't want to do that. That's just so much more work than it's worth. So, I mean, easiest way to save money is just cut off research funding, which we've already researched most of the stuff we want to do anyway. And then that's pretty much just it. You do what you can. Ride tickets kind of been staying roughly the same. Does this go all the way back? Or is it just 2 years? Okay, it looks like it's 2 full years. I mean, 1,000, 989, 1,000, 1164, 1016, 1253, 1593, 1757. That looks like our best month. So that was, okay, it shifted it again. We are, okay, May of year 3, it looks like, was our best month. Oh, we actually had a net profit of $74 in May. Okay. Well, man, see, I would love to build more stuff, but we just don't have the cash for it. We just don't. So, unfortunately, I think that's going to be about the limit of what we can reasonably do here without just waiting, which we're about to be out of time anyway, even though we already won the scenario. There's almost no possible way. Well, okay, well, there is a way, and it's if roller coaster crashes, it takes a huge, huge nosedive. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I know it's famous last words. But we're only making, between those 2 months, average of like, what, $120 a month? That's nothing. That is absolutely terrible. We're making a decent profit on our food and our drinks and our shop stocks and everything. It's just that people aren't buying enough ride tickets relative to how many people are in the park and how expensive those rides were to build. Chiefly among them being the miniature railroad. But how can you not have one of those in a giant park like this? I just think it's cool. But everything comes with a price. It's the way she goes. So I guess at this point, I'm just going to try to pay back as much of the loan as I can. The company value is going to be the absolute, like, bottom of the toilet. Upside down, whatever. But at least we're in the black. Kind of. But the guest sentiment is pretty good. You know, you got 80 guests saying the park is clean and tidy. You've got hungry guests. I can't build any more food stalls for them, but hey, got park maps already. 37 of you, good. I want to get off Rent-A-Swan. There's 36 people saying that. Yeah, that's how you solve that problem. Just hard reset it. And then immediately they go back like a dog to his own vomit, all the way back underneath this thing. Come on, man. You absolute imbeciles. Why? What is so attractive about this one square? That you just want to go around there this whole time. So you can kind of prevent that by completely closing this off. But we're in September year 4. It's over. It's fine. It's the way it goes, folks. So I guess now's a good time as any to go ahead and run that end of video stuff. I appreciate you being here. I know I wanted to do a whole lot more with this one, but again, there's only so much you can do in a giant park with limited budget, even though we took out basically the maximum loan. But that's just the way it goes. I appreciate you being here. All the support in this series has been really fun. I want to do all these scenarios. It's going to take a really long time, but we can at the very least commit to doing everything in the original base game for RollerCoaster Tycoon. That's what, 25 or 30 of them, I think is what the math works out to. This is number 5, but you guys make it possible by watching the videos, Beard Boosters as well. All of that support directly subsidizing the insanity of trying to play a 25-year-old game on YouTube when everyone's like, oh, let's play the Beaver game. It's like, all right, cool. We like Timberborn, but we like other stuff too. So you guys make it possible. Cannot thank you enough. And I am just very thankful that we get to have the opportunity to share these experiences with each other, have a little bit of nostalgia, and take a little bit of a break from the norm and see what else we can come up with to occupy our time. But it is October 19th, October 20th, October 21st. Let's take this out of extreme turbo mode. It's raining once again, which means we have the opportunity to make $5 a piece on umbrellas, but I think we might have sold already a substantial quantity of umbrellas. 119 umbrellas at this location. This one has sold 700. Okay. So, it's October 29th. Let's find a nice spot where there's going to be a lot of guests. I guess right here, probably. They will turn around and they'll clap for us. There we go. We achieved our objective with a company value of a dismal $122,739. So, you know what we do? Put our name in the chart and move on with our lives. But there you go. That's Evergreen Gardens. I'm sure other people have made much nicer versions of this park, but I think it's nice to use the whole thing, or at least have something in the general vicinity of the whole thing. And there we are. Year 5. We had almost 1,500 guests. That's great. Over 1,400. We still owe $37,000 on the loan, but don't tell anybody that. We're just happy to have a good time. So I think we're going to end up just using this enormous overview shot, and people are like, well, that's a really ugly picture. Yes, it is. Thank you. But that's all the time we got for this one, folks. We'll see you back again on Tuesday this week for another episode as we move out of the original 5 scenarios that most people who played RollerCoaster Tycoon will have been familiar with. I believe the next one is Bumbly Beach. If it's not, then I'm wrong, and then you guys could laugh at me in the comments. But we got plenty more to get to. I'll see you then, and along with all the other fun stuff that we've been doing in the other series on the channel. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.